When you're looking for books, anytime you don't find what you need at our own library, try WorldCat. WorldCat is a combined catalog of most of the world's libraries, so it's a great tool you can use to identify additional books that exist on your topic. For example, say you're looking for additional books to give you in-depth information on the problem of human trafficking. The first thing to notice is that from our link, WorldCat is set to search just our library. You could actually use WorldCat as just another way to search our library, but what we're looking for now is information beyond our own collection, so switch that to Libraries Worldwide. The first thing to notice on this results page is that it's sorting by library and relevance, so it will show the items in our collection before showing other titles. The second thing to notice here is that it's showing all kinds of formats, not just books. For example, on the second page of results over here, you can see that there are lots of articles coming up. Now, a word about articles. WorldCat doesn't have any links to the full text of the articles. It's just going to tell you that the article exists. It's not going to actually give you the article. And it's not telling you about all the great articles we do have for you in full text in databases like Academic Search Premier or Academic OneFile. So if you need articles, go to those databases instead. In WorldCat, my recommendation would be to eliminate the articles by just selecting the formats that you do want. I'll pick just the books in this case. Over here, we could sort just by relevance only, so getting the most relevant items no matter what library they're in. But right now, I'll just take the newest first. And our first item is in Thai. Remember, this is a vast international library catalog. I don't read Thai myself, but this gives us a good opportunity to take a look at some of the limits that WorldCat offers. We already took a look at format. Now down here, I'll choose just English under the language. Notice this interesting novel in our results. That might be interesting, but for an academic paper, I'm going to stick with nonfiction, and they do let me choose just the nonfiction items. And here's another nice feature. We can choose juvenile or non-juvenile items. Now that's not a big problem with this topic, but with many topics you'll get lots and lots of children's books, so being able to select the non-juvenile item is a great feature. And notice that up here in the breadcrumb trail, it's showing us the selections that we've made so far. Now take a look at the year of publication. One thing that's interesting in here is if I show more. Now before I only had up to the books from 2009 showing, and now it's showing me ones from more recent years. I don't know why that should be. We can view 1 year at a time, but we can't really set a date range. If we go to Advanced Search, we can set a date range here, but then we lose the search we were just working on and have to re-enter our selections. Hopefully WorldCat will fix that because setting a date range is pretty important. A final limit to be aware of is over here under Topic. We can see right away that most of the books deal with this subject from the perspective of sociology. But these topics can give you ideas of directions to take your research. Perhaps I just want to see items that relate human trafficking to political science, for example. Notice that every time you do a new search, it does reset the sort to its default of library and relevance. Now if I select this book, The War on Human Trafficking, WorldCat knows that we don't have it, but it also knows who does, and it shows the closest libraries that own it. If it's not at a library where you have borrowing privileges, you can ask us to borrow it for you from another library by interlibrary loan. Here's another book, and what I want you to see with this one is where WorldCat is showing the subject headings over here. We can see that the database is using the term human trafficking, so we can be confident that we've done a pretty good search. But notice that it's also using the term human smuggling, and depending on our research interests, we might want to add that into our search. While we're here, take a look at this preview button, and you can see that WorldCat links out to Google Books. I recommend using the right click to open Google Books Preview in another window. And now you'll be able to see whatever portion of the book the copyright holder has allowed Google Books to show. By the same token, if you happen to be looking at a book in Google Books, this Find in a Library link will take you out to WorldCat, so they work and play well together. WorldCat links to Google Books to let you preview an item, and Google Books links to WorldCat to let you see what libraries in the area have it. Now, as I said, you can use WorldCat as our library catalog just by limiting the holdings to just the things we have at Clackamas Community College. And it has some nice features, as we've seen, like showing the covers and the link to the Google Preview. The only real difficulty you're likely to run into with WorldCat is in getting to our ebooks. So here's the secret. When we open this book, which is in our collection, WorldCat tells us that no links were found at Clackamas Community College Library. For mysterious reasons, WorldCat considers our ebook collection to be a whole nother library. So just open this Links in Other Libraries. If you see NetLibrary here, that's our collection of ebooks. The link will open the EBSCO ebook viewer, and you can start using the book. EBSCO bought NetLibrary recently, and we don't know when, if ever, the links in WorldCat will change to reflect that. And by the way, this does not happen with the electronic encyclopedias in our Gale Virtual Reference collection. When you find these in WorldCat, the full text link just pops right up. And that's an introduction to WorldCat. It's a great tool that you can use either to search our own catalog or to expand your search to the world's libraries and then request items through our interlibrary loan service. As you've seen, it does have a few eccentricities, so if you have any trouble getting the goods from it, please ask your librarian for assistance.